Hello guys, MikuChibi here and welcome back to another banner review, and today we're gonna have a look at Sinon's birthday banner. Even though it's not out yet, we can just talk about the birthday banner like I did for the Yuki's birthday like 3 months ago during the May. So we're gonna talk about her birthday skills, her order skill that you get from the birthday banner, if the banner is worth to summon on, and etc. So this is gonna be another banner review early, and the birthday banner is coming on 21st August, so just few more days and we should be able to summon on it. I think I'm gonna release it a day before the birthday banner is released, so yeah, I will schedule that. Anyway, and let's start with the introduction of the birthday banner. So Sinon's birthday banner is coming on 21st August, and you can see it is a step-up banner with 3 steps, where step 1 you have 3% off, step 2 regular price, and step 3 a guaranteed random 4-star Sinon, and you have on step 2 and 3 increased drop rate for the future Sinon skills. And the 2 new birthday skill is learning from the training in Sinon, which is a passive skill, and a new burst skill, dignified hunter Sinon, which is a frozen fire. So this is her second fire burst if I remember correctly. Her first one was black attire sniper Sinon, which is one of the oldest burst back in 2018 with the black attire series. That one is now updated, and now we have a new burst fire that is really strong. So I have made a list of her all available skill record that you can get on her birthday banner, and we have multi skills, fodder, connect, burst, good passive, support, trash skills, free skills, and limit skills. And then on the bottom left we have her newest birthday skill, which I won't include this time. We're gonna talk about this separate. In total she's gonna have 95 Sinon skill. If you remove her newest birthday skill, then she has 93. If we remove her limited skill that you can't get anymore because they are not available, they are from collab or celebration, then she has 90. If we remove the free skill that you get, this is from request, these are from the event, and then a really good fodder that you can use for your bow skill, which is free when you complete floor 79, I believe. I forgot what floor you get this, but it is a really good one. So she has 84 available skill that you get from the banner, and we won't talk about the trash skill because they aren't really worth it. They are more outdated or weak, pretty bad, etc. So that's why I put it here, and we don't need to talk about it, so we save more time. So we're mostly gonna focus on the rest here. We have fodder, mold, connect, etc. So for a mold skill, these are really strong. We have 3, 6, 9, 10, 12, 13 mold bow that you can get from the banner. Most of them you can also use as fodder. For example, strict butler Sinon, which is mostly common to use as a fodder when you have many mod bows. Really strong fire mod bow right now, which is these 2. Then we have cool archer Sinon, which is a really strong charging mechanic mod bow, which is really good on holy content, frost holy content weakness. And the rest is also really good except for this one. Then we have her mod fodder for suicide bow especially. This one though is only for GOG focus to remove destacking. Otherwise we have one of the strongest mod fodder for bow, which are 3 slots. Then we have a solo focus content for suicide, if you can build suicide solo focus. This one doesn't require any party, so that's why it's a solo, and it's only focused on your holy element. So really good if you have a really good set for your holy bow set. Then the rest is suicide. We can put it here for now. So this one is good for suicide, this is good for suicide focus, this one is good for suicide, and this one also good for suicide if you can put that. Then we have her connect skill. This does require you to have a lot of bow skill to be able to use it potential. This one is a ward focus damage, so really good for floor 31 labyrinth farming. So this is a really good connect bow. Then the rest is a support connect. So these are really good for the stacking. If you know how to do stacking on bow, these 2 are really amazing. This one also really good, I would say. This one is in general pool, so you have a chance to get it. This one is also in general pool, I think, so you can also get this one. If you know how to use connect bow and have a lot of bow skill, then you can make this connect really strong or useful. Next we have a burst. I only have 2 bursts here because the rest burst is pretty bad, not really useful. The first is Storm of the Great Sea Sinon. I will say is right now outdated, but it still can be really good for those that want to try to build suicide. Maybe a beginner pack if you somehow manage to get it. But this is mostly focused on crit content, and mostly high-end content right now has really high crit resistance, so critting with suicide bow right now is really hard, but still can be really useful. This one, Spring Maiden Sinon, I don't really like it, but it's still really good. I can say that it's good, but I don't really like it. This is only good for Frost Earth weakness content only. Can be also good for GOG, which is right now, this GOG right now. This is right now, we are on 38 GOG, right? I think, or 39. So this one can be really good. Earth weakness debuff and also really strong damage dealing. It is one of the strongest burst skill, but now we have the newest bow, the fire bow. It is now the strongest, so this is the second strongest. Next we have the good passive that I have chosen. So it's only a few that is really good and the rest is really bad. So this is her power rise. I think this is her only power rise she has right now, I believe. It is a wind focus, so that's really nice, and you need 3 more Sinon skill to get 20% attack, which is really good. Really good for wind focus bow set if you want to focus on that. Then we have Steel Fang passive skill, 2 of them. The newest one, Breeze something, Breeze, Sea something, Surfing something, Sinon. So let's call it Surfing Sinon, which is a really good passive skill, which is new. I don't think it's gonna be in the birthday banner since the ban itself, the Leisure Order, is new. So I don't think it's gonna be in the birthday. Then we have Green Puppet Sinon, which is really good. So these are really good, focus on frost building. So these 2 are really good for bow, rapier, and spear because they giving more attack for frost when using frost. Then we have her birthday. I think this is last year's birthday skill, which is focused on fire and also buff enemy if enemy has a buff. So this is focused mostly on parry mostly. So this is a really good fire build. Then we have Afternoon Gaze Sinon, which is an advanced trooper, really good if you can crit. We have Cold Witch Sinon, which is really popular among in sword build because it's a defense, it's a light magic defense skill, so it is a really good passive for your sword build if you're building defense. Then we have Warp Goddess, I think it's called Sinon, which is a veteran technique sword which gives you more attack, depends on your level, so you scale the higher level you are, the more attack you get, so really nice. Then we have the Cowboy Sinon, which is also I would say it's decent for sword focus because you get more damage if you have defense. Defense buff, I think, I forgot, or was it attack buff, you get more defense, something like that. Now for support we have the access skill, which is really good combo with connect. If you know how to use these skill, these are stacking, then it's a really good combo with connect, and also they give you switch gain, which is really nice. The more switch gain you get, the faster you get your switch to use switch, the more damage you will deal. Then we have her suicide build or suicide skills. I forgot what this one does, but this one, I think it is another stacking, attack stacking, so this one is really good on your connect. Then we have Reckless Courage, which is a core skill to get if you're trying to build suicide. Rabbit Moon, Sniping Arrow, and Sunny Relaxation, or was it Relaxation Sunny something? So these are the Reckless Courage skill that you need for suicide. Then we have the Crit Focus, which is if you can crit, then they're really good, otherwise they're pretty useless. Then we have the Crit Damage, which is alright, but they are focused on suicide. This one is a fire focus, I believe, fire focus, so it is a really good one, and it is her last year birthday skill as well. Then we have the suicide. You don't really need this one, Shy Mermaid Sinon, you don't really need this one. though it does help you to reduce your HP by 33%. Final Bullet Sinon, really good for holy set. If you have a really good holy set, then Final Bullet is extra. It gives you more holy damage and also reduce enemy defense, so really good. Then this one is adding a bear-like buff, which is pretty bad. Then we have 2 break skill, a fire boost and additional attack. This is mostly used for break skill, which are really good, and then the poker Sinon is used for fire demon buff, so which is really nice. So these all the skill we can get from the banner. Let's talk about her birthday skill that is coming. So the first skill we're gonna have a look at is learning from the training Sinon, the past skill, and you can see it is a power rise 3, so getting 660 attack, which is really nice. Then we have a flame boost 4, which is a fire focus, so you will see it is reducing 50% for other element, but it increasing 36% for fire, which is really nice. 40 if you max flame break it. So if you max flame break it, you will get 800 flat attack and 40% fire damage, which is really nice. And then marksman's shape 3, and this is if you equip 2 more Sinon skill, then you will get 20% attack, which is really nice. And it is really good if you focus on fire set, which is mostly really popular right now on floor 85 Huang farming in Labyrinth. So these are really good fire set, even though I think Hercliff is better, but if you combine it with Hercliff and Sinon, then you have a really good combo. And it can be really good for also Chaos Showdown the Gleam level 215. It can be really good, hopefully. So her pass is a power rise, which is really good, and since it has 50% to get it, then it's really most likely you can have a chance to get it. Next is the burst skill, the Dignify Hunter Sinon, and you can see it has for a switch gate, break gauge on 28 and 56 on burst. It costs 26 SP and has 14 second cooldown. So what does it do? If you use it normally, it will deal 1320% at level 80. It is a 6-hit single foe. And fire element enhance, so it's buffing your fire damage by 8.20% for 15 seconds and less likely to aggro for the enemy. So it is a really good for Huang farming Labyrinth, and maybe it can be also really good for farming Chaos Showdown Gleam, because Gleam is weak to frost and fire. If you are able to activate the burst, you will deal 3690% damage 6 hit single target, and for bonus, the lower HP you are, the more attack you will get, and this is max 200%. I believe Reckless Curse gives you 1%, which is around 2000 attack increase. So if it's 2000, it should be 3000 4000 attack you get from the burst. This is burst itself, so it will deal a lot of damage. And if you maximum rake it, you will deal 4030%, which is really big number. The burst cooldown is 28 seconds, and the sequence is fire, frost, fire. So mostly if you have fire set, it should be really nice. So yeah, really strong burst skill for Sinon. So is Sinon's birthday banner worth to summon on? Well, let's start with new players. 100% skip this banner, because you that are new, it will be really hard to use bow skill at early game, mid game, because bow, in my opinion, bow skill are mostly for late game if you know how to build, especially if you're building suicide, because suicide is so really strong build and the other skills is pretty bad. So especially since it's a 50-50, you have 50% chance to get a future and 50% chance to get a non-future. If you end up getting the 2 new birthday skill, then it can be really hard to use, because it is, we know that power rise is really strong, but this one, the Sinon, learning from training Sinon, it is a power rise 3 that focus on only fire. If you're using other element, you will get 3% decreased damage, so that is really bad. If you have a lot of fire skill, then it can be really good, otherwise it's not really flexible, only focus on fire set. And the burst is really hard to use if you don't have any fire skills or fire bow skills. So if you do end up getting the new skills, if you're a new player, then I would recommend trying to do more rotation, try to get more bow skill, that's all. I highly recommend skipping this one because it is really hard. If you end up with a new skill, that means you're really stuck and have hard time to use them. If you just like to have more bow skills, then it's definitely worth to summon on if you can do multiple rotation. But I would say this banner is mostly focused on endgame players that is have reach high and have a decent amount of bow skill, because this can be really good, and you can hopefully those that are endgame have a decent amount of bow skill, some fire skill that you can use. Otherwise, it can be really risky if you don't have a decent amount of bow skill, because they do require you some specific skills, fire content skills, and you have a 50% chance to get a future, so it's a high risk high reward, I will say. So yeah, will I summon it? Definitely I will summon it, so stay tuned for that summoning. Otherwise, you can decide. This is really hard to talk about. This is a lot of discussion if it worth to summon on or not, because it just depends what skills you have on your set. If you're missing a lot of bow skill, then you can try to get this one, do some rotation. If you have a decent amount, have a really decent set, then you can probably skip this one and focus on other banner. But yeah, it just depends on how many bow skill you have and etc. That's all. So it's really hard to decide if you want to summon on, I would say. So this is the end of this video. I know it's not the best, but especially Sinon and the bow skills, they are really hard to discuss on. It just depends on each individual accounts, if you have a lot of bow skill or you just need some improvement and stuff. But yeah, hopefully this video was informative, so you get some info and help you to decide if you want to summon or not. But definitely new players skip this one. It definitely doesn't improve your account a lot. But yeah, that's for me. Thank you guys for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you guys on the birthday summoning. Stay tuned for that. Take care now, and bye bye.